Morning or evening. Get your coochie up. Good morning to you. It's Mama Chancla,
And Daddy Chancla.
It's BB.
And bring the server.
and we're here on the Chaos Effect. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you so much for the introduction. Happy to have y'all here. Welcome. 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 Yes, for sure, y'all. So y'all know how we go. We about to roll this on out. Get ready. Hand it
Let's
over
go.
to Brand. Let's what's up, man.
All
How you
right.
been?
I'm great.
Yeah.
I ain't great.
Okay.
We're going to say that because life ain't great, but we're going to speak it into existence.
Always. Hello.
Yes.
Manifest greatness every single day.
Absolutely.
And it could be worse. We were just talking about that. It could always be worse.
I like that. I like that for sure. My best friend used to say that. Like, it can always be worse. I'm like, you know what? You're right. So yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Well, guys, we're happy to have you on. Brandon, I know she's so excited. Look,
I know.
can see her
Like,
chin.
you realize, I just saw a video the other day, and he was doing like a Q&A kind of real fast. I think he said you was going to work or something. He was going somewhere, and he was just like, I got with Daddy Tonka. I was 6 weeks clean off fentanyl. Can I say that? Yeah, we can say that, right?
I am so TikTok like censored. I'm like rugs, rug that starts with F and ends with L. Like I naturally go like, and she unalived him, and like that's like in my daily language.
Yeah. Well, y'all. Introduce yourself to our audience. You know what I mean? Like we know you.
I know
guys
a lot
are,
of my audience knows who the Happiness Academy is,
but for the ones that don't,
here we are.
let them know who you guys are. What's up?
Wow.
Okay, do you want to take it away, Daddy Shank, or you want me to?
You start.
Okay, so I am Mama Chancla. My government though is no, y'all can call me Mama Chancla. Okay.
That part.
So I am Mama Chancla, and my husband is Daddy Chancla. And Daddy Chancla and I met when I was 6 weeks sober off fentanyl. I was in sober living. I got me a Bumble Premium because I was trying to find me a man that got some money, maybe a homeowner. He gonna buy me some dinner. Like I gotta, we gotta survive. And Daddy Chancla, where were you at that time in life?
I was 29. I owned my own house. I got a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and got my investments, got my savings, but I didn't have no wife, and I lived completely alone. No pets, nobody, no nothing.
He collected a lot of firearms. It was quite concerning.
Oh wow. Okay.
And if you're like me, a felon, you're not allowed around.
Yeah, so he had his like locked up. Like I actually, thankfully, I don't have any felonies. Also,
He
side
dodged that bullet.
sorry, y'all. I just had weight loss surgery and I have ketosis breath. So I swear to God, it's not. If y'all smell
Girl.
my breath, it is.
Heard.
Oh, I saw your video about that.
Yeah, I cannot help it. It's a symptom of you losing.
You
weight.
said
I had to
backup.
bring that up.
I haven't made her sleep in the garage yet, so we're.
Yeah.
It must not be that bad because I don't smell it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Good.
no, no.
Cool.
And if you do, it's the candle right here. So
Perfect. Just light it up. But okay, so yeah, you had a bunch of firearms and he was giving up on love, and I was just like, well, he's got a house, and let me go see what's up. And I knew he was an engineer. I knew he had some money. I knew he was a homeowner. So he knew I was in sober living, but for some reason in my mind, I was like, he's gonna think I'm lame if I don't have a car. Like I don't want him to
That's
come
a
pick me
valid,
up.
yeah.
Like he wants what am I bringing to the table? And I have the best suction in the tri-state area. At that time, I'm retired now. I hung up my jersey. I mean, I be flopping my fupa. I had other talents for sure. But I wanted to impress him with the car. So I spent my first sober money, $800, and I got me a car. It was a busted old Chevy Malibu. I got an Uber to Alexandria, Kentucky. The man handed me the keys. What'd he say?
Good luck.
And this car's and I pulled all the way up to Daddy Chonk's house. I pulled in this suburban neighborhood, and I was like, yes, we finna make this work.
It worked?
Yeah. He turned on Star Wars Episode 1. He sucked on the titty.
okay.
And I was just like, and respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yeah. And I just pretty much kind of stayed after that.
That's dope.
And if I had to crawl back onto Bumble Premium, there wouldn't have been another attempt after that. That would have been the end of all things.
Wow.
So look, you both were just last straw. Let's do it. And then look at last.
It definitely lasted. And yeah, he's my soulmate. He's my ally.
Why didn't I think of that?
Bumble Premium because it's an investment, girl. It was expensive. I was like,
Oh, why didn't I think of?
$15
I
a
got so.
you get sober living? That's expensive.
That's very expensive. Okay.
But you got to get the premium at that time. I don't know if it's still like that, but you could be like, I want a man that make this much money. I want a man that got a college degree. You know, I was picking.
Not me. I went to the thugs, the dope boys.
they're on
Been there,
Bumble.
done that. No.
I know.
I don't think they're gonna be on Bumble. I mean, I don't know, but that ain't gonna be on no Bumble. You know,
That's a
Maybe-
that's a tender arrangement.
That's a plenty of fish.
Facebook dating.
Yep.
So anyway, so guys, so a question for you. You know, how has this journey been since that time for you guys first meeting to the explosion of social media?
It was really cool because our life up until that point was pretty good. We got everything we wanted. We were married at that point, and we were living together, and we had our dogs, and life was just kind of rolling.
I got a question for you. How long did it take for you guys to start dating to get married?
9 months.
9 months. Okay.
When'd you move in?
Oh, like immediately.
Yeah.
3 weeks, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, that's quicker
Yeah,
than me.
yeah,
I mean, not quicker than me.
okay.
I'm pretty quick.
I was about to say, yeah, that kind of reminds me of what they say, like a lesbian relationship, because they usually like, y'all know what I'm saying.
Well,
No
here-
shade to the lesbians out there. Happy Pride.
But if you guys were already comfortable and then coming over sober living, that's a big change.
yeah.
Especially coming from the streets. I should have thought of that.
Very
That
comfortable mattress and cable and good Wi-Fi.
And your fridge is full, huh?
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Now at the time it was full of stuff that would fit in an air fryer. but-
Okay.
And so she came on.
It was full of food, but it was all stuff that had to be either went in a microwave or went in the air fryer. But here's the deal with the sober living, if I can give my honest opinion on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's extremely exploitative of people in that situation.
What do you
And,
mean by that?
I don't know if it's intentionally designed this way, but it is extremely expensive to live in a sober living house.
Wow.
It's
And-
not necessarily extremely well, I guess for what you're getting. You get a cot.
You had to share a room with another person. You didn't, but most of the people did, and it cost $1,500 a month
Sheesh.
Oh.
to live in a.
Was it 15?
Yeah, because I was helping you pay for it. It was. I remember,
It was free to me.
That's
and it was at that. It was at that point that I'm like, okay, you want to just move in because this is
Yeah.
it. I don't agree with that type of, and I can only see it as a for-profit business instead of a charity to help people that are trying to recover. I think it's people exploiting people who want to recover to make money.
It very much is. One of my good friends, I'm not gonna put her name because I don't know if she wants, but she was an addict just like me. We used together for years. You know what I mean? And then she's sober now, and now she went to school, and she's like coming for like sober living and the courts because they're not giving people like they're seeing the drug use, but they're not seeing the lifestyle that we lived for so long and then try to break that pattern. Yeah, we could stop drugs, but that lifestyle. So she's trying to preach that out, like try to show that and show how
Yeah.
corrupt and
Yeah.
how expensive everything is for what? It's not really helping people if they're paying that. How are they going to save up to go get an apartment on their
that
own? You
makes
know what I
sense.
mean?
That absolutely does make sense.
And I don't know if she ever told you this or there's something interesting fact about our relationship. What was the name of the outpatient place that you went?
I went to Brightview.
So did I.
So
Okay.
Brightview, I switched jobs in 2021, and Brightview is like 2 miles from my new job.
Damn. Okay.
So I don't know this for certain, but I can pretty much theorize that the reason I met her is because she showed up on my Bumble
Oh,
because I'm
okay.
close. It's
To
close
that
to my-
area.
it's very close to my work.
Don't the universe work in
Actually, but look at
mysterious
that,
ways?
though,
And
right?
I drove all over Kingdom Come when I was dating, like Columbus, Indianapolis, Dayton, all over. And the person I married is 2 miles away from where I go to work 5 days out of the week.
Yeah.
Like, that's either the most ironic thing in the world or the best thing in the world.
That's what they call fate. Yeah.
Yes.
It definitely is what they call fate, for sure. Oh, y'all, that's what's
So
up.
now look at you. Now you got
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of people that love you guys.
So how do y'all like deal with that? Like, like when you go out.
We get so many questions.
No, I love it.
Hey, I'm sorry.
No,
Well, I'm not sorry, but
I get
it's just it's a nice thing to say. But no, so how do you guys deal with that? Like the social media, like the outcome. Do you guys receive negativity off of your content, and then how do y'all deal with that?
She claps
especially
back.
within the household. Let me know. Let's hear about it.
Yeah,
Let's
why don't
talk
you
about
go
it.
and then I'll.
Yeah, I tend to clap back, but then I've been slowing down a little bit, and that's only because of money, honey. I'm trying to get these brand deals, so I can't call
Okay.
motherfuckers bitches and hosts and motherfuckers all the time when they say something that pisses me the fuck off. Now,
Right.
90% of the time, though, what I've learned, and I'm sure you go through this in your therapy or whatever you're doing in your sobriety, is these people have negative reactions or perceptions of us, and we live honestly. We don't have any secrets. We just put our life out there and live authentically. And if they have a problem with that, they're deflecting some insecurity in their own life.
That part.
So,
sense.
do I feel bad for them? No, I don't. Heal yourself, honey. But
Okay.
you know,
Clock it.
Yeah.
Now,
How you feel about
me,
it?
I just get Paige to go eat them up in the comments. I don't ever respond. I just get a coworker. Paige, go get them. Go
She
get
has
them.
the funniest clapback. Shout out to Paige.
Sometimes I can't even react to her comments because I'm just like, Paige, that was a bit much, girl.
it's good, and you'll get like some fans for real that'll throw.
Oh
down
no,
for you.
they
That's-
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. There's them women out there, and a couple of my men. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Do y'all
No.
deal with that in public too? Like,
Never.
I have never had a negative interaction with a person in public. I've
Okay.
only had very positive interactions with people in public.
okay.
And
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part of it is like I shop at Meijer a lot.
Okay.
So
What's expensive?
but every time I go like not every time, but a lot of the times I'm in Meijer, somebody will stop me and say, "Oh, are you the guy from TikTok? I love your stuff," or "I love
So-
it." But we've been in random places, not even in Ohio, and
Yeah.
people have stopped us and said they love our stuff, and that makes it worthwhile. And
Absolutely.
I have experienced a lot of not the same negativity as her because I'm built funny. Okay, I'm weird and I'm built funny, so people tend to want to make fun of my appearance in the comments and say, "Oh, you must,"
They say he looks like Randall Weems.
Not
And
no, they say worse stuff than that.
Turn this around. Let's just show the arch real quick. I don't know if y'all can overlay this, but Randall Weems from Recess, he has a.
I didn't know who you was
extreme-
talking about at first.
Yeah, if y'all
The
know the
snitch
snitch
kid.
from Recess, like a lot of them compare my man to Randall Weems, and I'm gonna show y'all. If y'all overlay a picture of Randall Weems, you're gonna see the Randall Weems head, his shoulder and his head go like this, like 90 degrees. My man got a provider arc. A good man arc is different. It's not 90 degrees.
Okay,
and
look at
so there's
that.
a difference. Y'all need to stop comparing him.
Okay. Did you say that? No, that's a clap.
Flip
Okay.
aside.
No, that's a clap. That's a clap. But no, I love it. So but how do you deal with that? I mean, because I see that. I mean, you're open to even express it and say that. Some people are like, well, hell, that is my.
And you're not weird. You're unique. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've always been built funny. I've always been because I got a lot of health problems and stuff. And at this point, at a certain point in my adult life, I just like, well, I don't care what you
Right.
have to say. I've overcome so much stuff that should have killed me
Yeah.
that I literally could care less.
Yeah.
And I'm successful. I got all my stuff together. Like, you can say mean things about me, but like, I guarantee I got more money than you.
Yep.
Like,
I see that. Now, now that is what we call this podcast the chaos effect.
Right.
Because so much stuff that, we go through in life and how you overcame that. You know what I mean? And you're like, man, forget all that. Like, I'm about to go out here and get my coin. And now your guys are married and you got your woman. And you know what I'm saying? Then you guys are doing this and, you're showing positivity on your positivity, but you're showing the most authentic part of yourselves out there. So who gives a damn what anyone says? So I mean, I'm here for that,
Man.
for sure.
I told my tattoo artist, all engagements, good engagement. Once you
Yeah.
realize that,
Yeah.
all engagements,
Clock
good.
it.
That's
Hey,
true.
your negative comment, give me paid. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
In the entertainment industry, they say all publicity is good publicity,
That
But so that's where we going at with that. But dang, okay, Brent, you got anything else to say? Well, I mean, we're not gonna end it, but you got some.
No,
I
yeah.
feel like you were ready to get to some.
What was the
Some
hardest part
digging.
about your recovery?
Oh, the hardest part about my recovery is this right now. The hardest part of my recovery is learning how to exist and be highly perceived by hundreds of thousands or millions of people. And in my mind, I'm like, I am the most healed version of myself like I could ever be. And motherfuckers like, fat, ugly, stupid bitch, die. And I'm just like,
Wow.
Wow.
I'm trying. Like, or people will hit me like, she's mean, she's jaded, she's snarky, shit like that. I'm like, I'm just honest.
She is healed though, because I met her at a period of time where she would have jumped over the counter on you. And there was a couple of instances in very early on, and I'm dating them like, whoa, you gotta chill. Like, we're in public. You cannot whoop this person's ass. We're in public.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know what
that
that
you have done
is?
that you have grown immensely.
And you know what that is once I realized that is fight or flight.
Yeah.
And when you were in that
Talk
struggle
about that.
living, I'm constantly either I'm running away from good things or I'm about to fight. So now I'm not going back to jail. I'm not. It's
Yeah,
not
that
worth
part.
it. Like I can use my
Yes.
words, and that's all that y'all are going to get from me.
You're like, then I'm gonna go home and sleep in my big comfy bed and cuddle my dog.
Yeah, hang with my
Yeah.
husband, and life
Yeah.
is good.
I tell people now, I'm calling the cops. Don't even talk to me. I'm
There
calling
you
the
go.
cops.
100.
There you go. There you go.
And I'm not going to jail this time. It's you.
You
It's
know,
you.
yeah,
Officer,
yeah.
yes, like as long as they don't pull up, you like your information before they show up.
No, yeah. I had that happen once. I actually called the cops on someone, and the cop pulled up, and he was like, "Oh, Miss Bauer," and I'm like, "Oh God,
Yeah.
dude, like, yeah,
That's
you
the
were
first
first to me
name.
before, but this is not."
No, I
listen,
need
this
the
is not
help.
about me.
Okay.
I ain't got no
Yeah,
warrants. Chill.
yeah.
He's like, "I know I ran you, but when I pulled up,
Yeah.
thanks, sir."
Oh, I mean, that's so dope. I mean, and Brand, she kind of gave me more information on your background and things like that, you know, because I think when we first met at the Cincinnati Enquirer event, you were so happy, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm like, yeah, then I met you as well, and then I'm like, well, I would love to have them on the podcast,
Yeah.
you know, we started talking about it, and she, you know, was like, well, you know, she was in recovery as well, and I'm like, really?
Really?
You know, and so I didn't know, but now that I'm like, oh, okay, I can see that, like, I bust up chips out the head with a bottle, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, so I mean, that's what's up, you know, but, yeah, I mean, well, congratulations, that's number one to even to the both of you, you know. I got a question for you all, like, family life, like, are you guys as family involved in at any point? I mean, are you off of that topic? Can we talk about that? Like, how do they feel? How do
We
you guys
we can
feel?
talk about it to an extent for sure because it's a huge part of it. But also just side note, when we met at that event, I beelined to you. I had no idea you were in recovery.
Really?
I just beelined to you something about your energy, and so yeah, like we just know. Like I don't know, it's weird that energy that people.
I know. I
give
told
off.
Steve when you walked away, I'm like, "That's Mama Chancla."
Yeah.
I know. I didn't want to be awkward, right? But I was already so socially awkward until they got there, and I'm like, "Oh, now I'm in my comfort zone. Now I'm in my comfort zone."
You got to find your people because there are different types of content creators. There are
No,
even more.
really.
But we hung out with Dollars with Drew, and he's like a lot of content creators are just here for the, you know,
Yeah.
whatever we knew, whatever no one talked about.
Yeah.
Mullet review. Our buddy,
Yeah.
our buddy Brandon.
Okay, yeah,
Good
yeah.
mullet review?
Mullet review, yeah.
He came
yeah.
to eat at our job, and my boss was like, "Go make him get a fire blossom." I'm like, he don't even eat spicy stuff, and Ashley made me get it for him anyways. And I'm like, okay. He looked like he was having a rough day that day. Poor guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't having a bad day. It's when he did the event for the special needs ice cream, and I think it just took a toll on him, like because it was very like inspirational,
Yeah,
sentimental
yeah.
type of ordeal.
And
Yeah.
and his day job is strenuous.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's a mailman.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like walking.
Guys know
he
as the
wa- he
hot
has a
blonde that
walking-
tries food.
He's got a walking route for delivering the mail.
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably tired.
Yeah.
I wonder, does he wear sandals when he does the mail? He always wears
Man, I
sandals.
hope not. You know? I just
That's a
hope
question
not.
for when he comes on the
you know,
podcast,
please,
yeah.
yeah.
But sorry, we can go back to the family thing. Okay, so the family thing was horrible. The family thing was terrible, and it was very much on my side of the family. We're okay with my grandparents, and then I have other family members who don't fuck with me and still won't because when you're in active addiction, you are a literal demon possessed entity. Yeah. And so I understand if, you know, I can apologize, I can try to take accountability, but if you are not comfortable with me, then hey, don't worry about it. We good. I'm gonna go on, you go your way. Find your peace. His family is different from how I was raised. Very, very like if you understand, like in the church all the time.
Okay.
Very, they don't like people like us, and him
Oh.
getting with a junkie from sober living was a major issue.
Right.
And eventually though, because I started getting my life together, they started coming around, and they really was
Okay.
getting a liking to us. And then we became influencers, and then they fucking hated me.
Oh,
They
wow.
was so mad.
Real.
Yeah, because they said I was exploiting him, and I was making
Mm.
fun of him, and I was seeking fame at his expense. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
That's a pretty accurate depiction. Yeah, I was very like, 'cause I like my family. I liked being around my family, but it led to some extreme tensions that I never thought I would ever experience in my life. Um, and I like had to like it would basically choose. You can either have your family or you can have your wife.
Ah.
And
Yeah.
And I would just like to say, I never made him choose. I would say, like, you can go see your family. I'm not going to be a part of it. It was
Yeah.
not like that. But in his
Yeah.
mind, yeah, he definitely felt like that. But they even came, and a lot of it too, I have to believe is jealousy. Because when you are stuck in generational cycles of shame and secrets and everything swept under the rug, we don't talk about it. And when you get with somebody like us and we're like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
like, what's going on? And be yourself. Just be real. Oh, they could stand.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And I feel like, Chancla, you've come so much out of your shell.
yeah, this has helped me a lot because I'm a intelligent person. I'm an articulate person, but I'm an extremely introverted person.
That makes sense.
And she's the opposite.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's always a good mix.
And that's fine because I rein in some of her tendencies, and she gets me to come out and do things.
yeah.
So it's a good match. Like I said, I wish things were better with our families.
Yeah.
But I always say, like, I like the idea that when you get married, this person didn't join your family and you didn't join her family.
You created your own.
You left and started your own family.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to be a part of that, cool. If you don't, this is my family.
Yeah.
And as a man, I'm responsible for leading and protecting and making sure that my family's taken care of. And if you are impeding that, well, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
We're not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't that what they raised you to be though? Like a good man to your wife, especially in the church.
Well, a good man to my wife. They just didn't anticipate my wife being perfect.
Yeah.
They want him to be a good man to a skinny white that don't talk and just.
I'm a skinny white bitch. I talk, but I talk.
Yeah, no, that's
And
dope.
and what's ironic about that is I've never really, at least as an adult, never really been attracted romantically to white women.
Ooh, I think it's probably because that's what your parents pushed. You kind of want what you can't have type of ordeal.
Yeah, I do like the brown.
Down with the brown. Okay, I heard. Well, everybody.
You are coming, Mark. So I was But what? My TikTok family did say that we're both redheads, so we are kind of technically got a little bit black in us.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
That too. And a lot of people have thought that Daddy Chancla is African American.
I've got asked if I've been albino a couple times.
Yeah.
For really?
Inbred.
No, not
inbred. No. My bad, John. No, we looked off because we were looking at Christine over there. So we're like, wait, John. It's all good. But yeah, my bad. I got lost my train of thought with that. Okay, because I was laughing too hard. But that's dope. Brand, what you got to say? I feel like it's something on you that's like.
I love them.
Are you okay? Because I'm like, she's so happy over here, and you guys like. So with your content, and I know you guys are just pushing like your most authentic self. What is the message that like you guys have, if you have any message to get out there to anyone? What would that be?
Oh, it don't give up hope. It does get better, and I would say a lot of it is breaking shame cycles and just being the best version of you that you can be. Um, I think that goes for both of us, and also just like there. I tend to be jaded because I'm in my I hate men era right now, and but I love my man. You see what I'm saying? And like, BB, I fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Some
There's
men, you know.
exceptions to this.
There's a difference. But there, I don't know. I was gonna say the love thing. Like, I don't know. We're just a respectful couple to each other, right?
Yep. Everything's
Right?
You know, yeah, everything is. It's chill. No, but
I love my wife.
everything is chill. Now it's chill. It wasn't chill before, but it's chill now.
As someone who has went from the street life to like a home life, how was that hard from you having someone come from the streets to your life? And you seem just kind of OCD. Are you OCD? Are you like
I've gotten a lot better because when I lived alone, my house was like spotless and like stuff was always put away, and it was like a museum.
Okay,
Not a
yeah.
house.
it didn't look lived in?
It did not look lived in. It looked like it had been abandoned and maintained.
Okay.
And then she moved in, and then she did a lot of things that made it like a home.
Yeah.
Because I had a house, but it had no artwork on the walls. Like I had I had just enough like furniture and like stuff to live in the
Yeah.
box,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a house. It wasn't a home.
Aw.
So she helped a lot with that. And in terms of like the disparity between like where she came from and where I was, like that's not a problem because like I'm just a naturally like charitable person.
Yeah.
So she could have like up and left me at any point, and I wouldn't have felt any type of way about that because I know I helped her,
Oh.
Okay.
and that would have been okay. Like she didn't, but that would have been fine. So you can't be afraid to help other people, and especially like in her addiction situation, like the only reason, not the only reason, but the main reason is because people were willing to reach out and help you.
Yeah, so I always say this, only two people can say that they're responsible for the life that I have now. And Daddy Chancla, like he could, but he would never say that. And the only other person that can say that is Jesus Christ,
That
right?
part.
There is some work that I did myself, but I mean, we're talking 6 weeks sober. This man would take me on walks to the Chase ATM, not for nothing nasty. And he'd be like, okay, well, you need to pay for your sober living. Here's this envelope of a large sum of money. Here you go. And I'd be like, thank you.
Right.
And call it naivete or call it trust. But him trusting and investing in me gave me the strength to trust and invest in myself.
That part.
That's
So,
deep. That's deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think one of the first things was like she came over to my house maybe like 3 or 4 times at this point, and it was like October at this point, and all she would wear all the time was like a hoodie. And I'm like, it is October. It is getting cold. Do you not own a coat? I'm like, no, I don't. Like, you could have fit all of the clothes she owned in like 2 bags.
yeah.
And
That
I'm
was
like,
me.
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, go get in the car. We're going to Walmart because you need clothes. Like
Yeah.
this,
Mhm.
that type of thing.
And I would never like ask or do the dry begging thing. He would just like point it out and be like,
Saw
need
you
to-"
needed it and
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
Until this day, I do that. Like most of the time, like even if it's like, hey, I see you're out of Scrub Daddies. I'm gonna.
We gonna stock up.
Yeah. He likes to shop too. And it's good though, because when you do drugs for so long, your memory gets really bad. Like I struggle with PTSD and things like that. And so is that what you're laughing about? How I'd ask you for things?
And then you forget that you asked for them, and then I'd buy them, and you'd be like, ooh. You,
I don't
you,
know.
how did you know that, Mike? Because you told me.
Totally. So that's not just me. Like I forget everything, especially being a server. I walk in the back like, damn, what did they need? What did they need?
Your
Go
brain
back.
has meltdowns
Listen.
a lot of times. She's like, oh yeah, that's it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
I
oh,
call it
yeah.
mom brain,
Yeah.
but we can call it recovery brain too.
Yes. Do you get, I always get this too, because I know we're messaging back and forth. I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
So do I.
I get a startled response every time it
Yeah.
dings. So
Oh,
that's
you
why
should-
y'all
so
will
wait,
never
no,
get
say
text
that
back.
again. You said about what's your
A
response?
startled response, as in I get a feeling of dread and fear if my phone dings. He pops in a room, someone knocks on my door. Your body is in this fight or flight, and that's part of.
And I didn't understand this
Yeah.
when we first got together. And I don't know about offended, but I got weirded out because like we were living in the
It's like,
same.
what are you scared of type of situation?
Yeah,
I
like
get
I'd
that.
walk into a room, like into her office or whatever, and she would like jump like 3 feet in the air. I'm like, I live in this house too. Like,
Yeah.
what do you? Who do you think is coming for you?
It's muscle memory,
Yeah, so what
trauma response.
So what I took to doing is anytime there's only so many rooms in the house, and I know where
Yeah.
she's at most of the time. So before I enter where I think she's going to be, I'll like knock on the door, or something, so she knows that like
Angel.
I am. Well, it was either that or a cowbell,
I bet say, are you like a bell or something? Like, you know, like a cat.
and it
Like-
doesn't fix the problem 100%, but I'd say it reduces it
And
a lot.
I have a
Yeah.
question for you guys. Like, so then what is why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like when someone comes into a room that you do jump, because me as a sober
You notice
person, I
how
don't-
when we're at work and a plate drops and I flinch really bad,
Okay.
or someone like any loud noise, or especially when someone knocks on my door and I don't know that they're coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I freak out because I don't know. It's just
Is it because you
I
think
get
the
so many
cops are
bad
coming, or
things.
you
No,
think
not
that,
cops. Well, my domestic violence relationship, that has a lot to do with it. Like footsteps freak me out because,
Like, okay, I remember you
Yes.
telling
dude, are you
about
bad
that.
right
Yeah.
now? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't even got an angry man around, but it's still. And then with that, I did a lot of bad in active addiction. A lot of people, I
Got you.
robbed a lot of dope boys. I did what I had to do to survive. So, like, I'm always like on edge, like, ooh, you know what I
Got
mean?
you,
And I
yeah,
know no one's
yeah.
coming. Like, it's been 6 years. Like,
Yeah,
girl, no
yeah.
one's coming.
So you
It's
will-
just a trauma response. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
never
you
went away.
literally have to equate the PTSD response that they have to that of like a war veteran,
Mm.
like someone who has like extreme PTSD from combat, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they're traumatized if they're driving down the road and then they get a response and they think they're gonna run over an IED or something.
Okay, got you.
That's
got
the type
you,
of
got you.
mental acuity that you have to.
I read an article about that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, I'm a veteran.
These streets.
Yeah, okay.
No, but your body
Yeah.
keeps the score even, and your mind is really smart. Your brain is really smart because it makes you forget a lot of the things that happened, but your body itself remembers.
Mm.
And there's nothing that you can do to really heal from that. You just have to learn how to work around
Manage with it.
That's the
Yeah.
caveman part of your brain trying to keep you from being eaten by the saber-toothed tiger there.
Yeah.
That's you.
Pretty much.
And you can't really escape that.
Yeah, so it really is important. When I met Daddy Chancla, was he a trauma-informed partner? No, but I do have to say that I believe he is now. He understands like why people have reactions like that, and
Yeah.
so I think it's important.
I got a question for Daddy Chancla. Like, was there ever a point in time when you were like, you know what, I can't do this?
No. There was some times where I'm like, okay, I gotta go like chill, like off for a bit here because this is too much.
Okay.
But like I would never like I'm just like get out of my house. I never want to see you again.
Got you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there has been times where I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's natural though. Because
Okay.
looking back on some of my episodes, I'm just like, girl, you dramatic ass. But it's just, I don't know how to explain it. I got CPTSD too, and then
Yeah.
bipolar depression on top of it. So it's just like, yeah. So it's just like, I don't know what you gonna get today.
Are you okay? Yeah.
And
No,
I
that's-
used substance for so long that they try to like give me pills to manage it, but I don't want to take it. I don't want to alter my state, you know what I mean? I just want to ride it out.
Oh,
Okay,
girl. So you raw dogging this
I'm
shit.
raw dogging it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm prescribed medical marijuana, and that helps to an extent, but I don't like to smoke it all the time because it makes me tired. You know?
Okay.
Same with your Caplita and stuff. That's why you take it at night because it just puts you to sleep.
This podcast is sponsored by Caplita. If you or a loved one has,
I wanted to try. I like want to
It
look
changed
into
my
it.
life.
Did it? But I'm so scared.
But you
Like,
can't not after you take it. You can't not take it.
No, your body will go in withdrawals, just like a drug withdrawal. If you
see,
stop
that's what I'm
taking
scared
it.
of. That's what I don't want. I don't want to depend on it.
So
But is it? It's worth it. You
It
said.
does-
See,
it-
it's
it
such a
does.
hard fight for me.
I mean,
I've been
I-
on this for
different.
like
Everyone's
3
different.
years. Like, do I want to do it or do I
No,
not
I mean,
want
I
to
can
do it?
understand that because I mean, I was even I know somebody, I had a friend who had a kid and they were really struggling to put them on. They were not bipolar. What do you call it? Was it bipolar? No. Crap, I can't remember what symptom or what they tried to. What is like the most common-
Personality
No, like
disorder.
it's in, oh my God, what everybody get on? Crap, I can't think of it, but whatever it was, he was like. Was it Adderall? Like he had a
ADHD?
ADHD. God
Yeah.
dang, I couldn't.
Oh
think
yeah, I
of that
got
at
that too.
all. Okay, but no, but so he was like really struggling to figure, well, whether he was going to put him on it or like actually take him off because he liked when he was on it, but there were certain things that was missing, about his like natural personality, and then you know what I'm saying. So it was like a win and a lose, and you never really winning.
I'm at that war with Milian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because my son is autistic, level 3, nonverbal. He's verbal, but he's not going to communicate with you. Like he recites things, and like they're like, and he's just wild. Like he's 24/7. But like I'm like that too. So am I gonna like take away his energy because I can't keep up
Yeah.
with them because their daycare can't? And I'm just like, I'm at wit's end. But I'm like, is it gonna help him? It's a war
It's a
between
war.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
I-
just a war. Maybe if he's in school, like during school hours, but then again, I want to homeschool. So
Got
it's just like it's a
you.
war with myself.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like doctors will always try to push medication. I'm a herbalist myself, so I like to take things the more natural route. But
Give me some natural route for PTSD.
we're gonna look into this, okay?
Okay, please.
But yeah, no dead ass because I mean I feel that, where on one hand you're like, well, it does help me, and on one hand you're like, I don't want to go down that road. So I mean it's like a win, lose, lose, win kind of a thing,
You gotta just choose whatever you feel best for you.
Yeah.
So if that's what it's hard to commit to that. And that's actually real quick going into why we got married. So we got
It wasn't
married
the
9
only. It
months-
was not the only reason. It was a contributing factor.
Yeah. But it was about we got married 9 months into dating, and a few months before that, my Medicaid lapsed, and my medication was like $1,200.
Sheesh.
And I was like crying, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
She because you only got about a couple of days and before you like revert, and she like.
Like a werewolf.
Dude, she, like, I was concerned because we were trying to get it worked out where we get her Medicaid fixed, but eventually it did, but after like 3 days, she just like she didn't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I don't care if it's $1,200. We got to just go and pay it and get you your medication. I think by the time after that 30 days or whatever it was, maybe it was 60 days or whatever the prescription was for, we had either gotten married or your Medicaid got fixed. But that was like one of the first times where I'm like I got to take care of her. Like,
Yeah.
she's not just like my girlfriend and we live together and stuff, but like I have to take care of her because she's worth taking care of.
Aw.
Don't make me cry. I'm an
I love it.
emotional
It's
being.
okay.
Why don't no one notice when I lay in
but
bed for
it-
3 days?
That was one of those things.
What's Brent hyper ass at?
So being with her, I've always had really good health insurance, like because my jobs have always provided me. When I lived with my parents, they had okay health insurance. When I got on my own, I had good health insurance through
Yeah.
my own job. So I never really had to worry about going to the doctor or being able to pay for meds or surgeries or anything. And even though Medicaid paid for her stuff, I got to see a side of like other people's medical stuff where I'm like, this is ridiculous. Nobody, I shouldn't have to come here and deal with this issue with Medicaid and choose whether she's going to go off a cliff or I got to pay an obscene amount of money.
It's crazy you said that.
Welcome to America.
Because
Yeah.
they took my Medicaid away from my kids like 4 months ago, and it took me almost 2 years to get my son into therapies. And because they said I paid too much that month, they took it away, and then they wanted $400 per therapy session that he had 3 times a week. Baby, I can barely afford my rent right now, let alone, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow. And I had to stop working a little bit for the Medicaid to go back on. But I'm like, this is like, I get to middle class and then I'm struggling
So
because
there's actually a
Yes.
magical line in the sand where if you work above this much money, you actually, as an aggregate, lose money because you lose government subsidies.
Yeah.
And there's a point where it behooves you to stay under this magical line because then you are given medical, Medicaid help or housing vouchers or whatever. And I mean, I don't make it sound bad to incentivize people not to work, but it creates a situation where it doesn't incentivize you to work as much as you would probably like to.
Yeah.
they trap us.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
And I mean, thank you for sharing that part. I mean, you broke it down, I'm pretty sure, in ways that people be like, that's what I've been trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, we know what we all saying, but yeah, man, I like that breakdown, man. That's what's up, man. For sure. No, Dad, I mean, no, welcome to America.
Yeah.
And guys, it's real shit, and I really appreciate you all for coming on here with us. Like,
Yeah.
that was this is an amazing conversation, y'all.
Yeah. Amazing.
I don't know, Brandon's absolutely elated over there. She, I mean, like,
Anytime, because I'm like, we could do this for like 4 or 5 hours.
we can
Like-
keep going on this. You know what I
Come
mean?
over
For
going
sure.
live with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're not done with this story either. It's much more that we would like to get into and,
Yeah.
get a little deeper as well. We all have our stories and our struggles and things like that, So I'm, again, elated that you all came, and I'm so happy to have y'all here at the table with us, sharing y'all chaos and the effect of it, and the great turn of events that has happened. You guys have a great amount of following, all over social media. So people are watching you all, they're being inspired by you all, and obviously, Brandon's a big fan because before I even knew who you all were, she did,
Yeah.
so she hooked me on.
I did not know you guys were in Ohio, though.
Oh, really? A
Yeah.
lot of people didn't.
I did not know that.
I mean, but they think the same about you, right? Because people don't never know, like, where
Well,
you really
I
are.
kept it a secret for forever. People thought I was in Florida.
Let 'em think
Which
that.
at one point in time I was in Florida,
Yeah.
but not when I was doing social media.
Yeah.
And Ohio is rough when it comes to the opiate epidemic.
That
When it
part.
comes to
Ground
homelessness,
zero.
domestic violence, all of that stuff is just it's bad over here in the Midwest.
They don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure, we all turn on the same news channels and see the same things that happen around our city. And we would like to see a big change because it wasn't always like that, but it's gotten a little rough. And, no, let me say this. Social media is here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of things are actually more so on the forefront, and we're able to access that information much more quicker and sooner.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I think that's why I see it. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know this happened. And of course not. Now we have social
Yeah,
media.
I don't even watch the news. I watch TikTok news.
Yeah, I just watch. They go on Facebook and they be like, "Oh, such and about, the one person got shot." Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You can read it down. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm like,
but-
that's why I be in the house.
yeah. And that's our party at in my house. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good time there. But yeah, you was about to say something?
But at almost 33 years old, I feel like I've lived almost my entire life in southwestern Ohio,
Yeah.
with the specter of the opioid crisis hanging over the city. I can't remember a time where I, obviously as a small child or whatever, I didn't
Yeah.
register.
Yeah.
But for the entirety of my life, where that has hung over the whole city like
Oh,
My
yeah.
whole childhood, my
Yeah.
parents were addicted to opiates.
And it's still
Yeah.
Mainly
crisis.
crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And-
still, it's still a
is what-
crisis. It's still epidemic. Just because people aren't dying anymore doesn't mean it doesn't need attention. Sorry, that's the last
Yeah.
thing.
Because being here from Ohio and close to Appalachia, I mean, that's where you've got all the OxyContin issues
You're right about that.
and the overprescribing. And to this day,
He's
I, you know, even though I've had a lot of surgeries and stuff like that, I vehemently push back on doctors when they prescribe me painkillers that I don't need.
That's what they want to do.
I-
They
I
want to
had-
get you hooked and keep going. That's
so
how big
you-
pharma makes money.
when
They're
I-
gonna sell you the
Yeah.
One more time. Welcome
Sorry.
to America.
yeah.
When I had when I was in 2020, I had to have massive open heart surgery.
Wow.
And after about 3 or 4 days, I had to stay in the hospital for 5 days. And I think after about 3 days, I was off the pain pump, and they had been giving me Oxy, like in a pill form.
Yeah.
And after like 3 days, I'm like, I am not in that much pain. Stop giving me meds.
Wow.
And I have noticed recently, and I don't know if it's just because of the nature of my surgeries or whatever, they've pushed less addictive painkillers like Toradol and stuff like that
Good.
to replace stuff. But I feel like I shouldn't have to like want to square up with a nurse before they'll be like, okay, we're not going to give you that, because some people would just take it just
Yeah.
because they give it to you. But
Yeah.
again, because of where we grew up, I'm like, keep that shit
Yeah.
Keep
away-
it.
away from
No, that's
because that's
smart.
where people got addicted, and majority of the time was they'd have back problems or they'd have back
Yeah.
surgery or they'd get hurt at work,
Well, yep.
and they gave it to them like it was candy, and then they got addicted,
Yeah.
and then when they couldn't get Oxycontin anymore, they went to heroin or whatever.
It's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cheaper.
That's so
Gotta
crazy.
love
man.
savings.
Yeah.
but like to my dying day, I'm gonna be like, if I am not in excruciating pain where I feel like I'm gonna die, don't give me this.
That was me after I had my last child. They was like, "You want some Vicodin?" I said, "Absolutely not. I'll take that Tylenol though." And they're like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Nope, I don't need it." And then like, "You got a tear?" I'm like, "No, I don't need it. Like,
don't
I am
even
a recovering
understand.
addict. I know you see them red flags in my
Did you take
file."
the
Yeah.
spinal block?
I did, and then I got the shakes because I learned, and then afterwards I learned there's fentanyl in it and
Yeah, well,
epidural.
yeah.
Yeah, I got the shakes real bad. I'm like, "Oh, this kind of feels a little similar," and I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Really?
yep."
I'm pretty sure we pushing a lot of information that a lot of viewers and people who don't even know. You know what I mean?
I assumed that there
That's deep.
because I was on I got a spinal block after my heart surgery, and they put me on. It was what's the I can't think of the name. It's not fentanyl.
Dilaudid.
Yeah, liquid Dilaudid.
Oh, I know all these.
And
You
when
got
I tell
morphine
you-
patches too.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, when I tell you I can't remember the first couple of days of that ordeal, I can't remember the first couple of days of that.
Wow.
Like the zero recollection.
No, I remember my grandpa got Dilaudid when he was on hospice for cancer,
Yeah.
like some strong stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Because it eases you. You know what I mean? So yeah, transitioning. Dang, y'all. Well, y'all, I really appreciate this conversation. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
this
mean
is
to segue
dope.
into pain pills there, but again,
No, it needs to be talked
No,
about
I mean
more.
it does, and I'm more appreciative of it because I mean I know Brand was, we know her story, and she's continued to share with us, and but each time that we talk about it, it's like we get new information or things that someone on the other side may not know, because we look at it and it's that's a crackhead, but we don't know the beginning and the struggle, and then
Yeah.
when you recover, then how it happens, and then
I
the
was a
things that you go
crackhead.
through, and
Yeah.
and things like that. I mean, hell, I grew up with them, and I thought they were just regular, really hyper people, and I'm like, well, she's really happy all the time, and it's like, I'm like, okay, cool, but it's something that I feel like it just kind of opening eyes to.
And they try to normalize
a
it.
lot of
Oh, pop a perk in a song. Everyone, they can pop a perk. Don't
Do
pop
a
a perk,
little
please.
lean.
Don't pop a perk.
and it's funny you bring that up, and then throughout one of the things this has enlightened me to, because I used to be, I will say, prejudiced against drug addicts.
Yeah.
Because
Valid.
I would say that they they chose this, or it's their own fault, or it's this, that, or the other. I was very, very dismissive of drug addicts and like, well, you did drugs and now you're addicted to drugs and it's your own fault. I have since come to the realization that in many instances it was not their choice. And in a lot of other instances, they were just doing it just to live and not be consumed by whatever dysfunction or pain was going on in their own life at the time. And it really isn't their fault as much as we would say it is, if at all. And they are deserving of love and compassion and to be saved. Not just like in a religious sense,
Okay.
not
Yeah.
just in a religious
Yeah.
sense, but in a physical,
They're
like
human
you are
beings.
worth saving to
It's a life.
live a real full life.
Yeah.
And like I said, I feel bad for the years I spent like again being prejudiced toward drug addicts.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. That's a.
Hey, you found someone who changed your whole perspective. That's the
Yeah.
universe is like, oh, you want to
Yeah.
be here? You go.
He's done the work. Okay, he's done the work. He's
Yeah, that was. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I feel like that was God saying, "Well, I'm gonna
show
you
you
a
a
little
different
something.
point of view
Yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
buddy.
God, y'all. So I mean, just one final word for like anyone out there. If for your followers, and for our followers, just for anyone, you know. Anything else y'all got to say and add? Just leave them with a little bit of something,
stay sober.
Sober is cool.
for sure.
Yeah, and your life can change for the better, like at any moment. Just because you feel like in this moment of time or this instance that life is hopeless or things aren't going well or they're not doing what you wanted to, like your whole life can change tomorrow and be drastically different a week from now
Okay.
in
That's-
in a good in the
that's
best way
real.
possible.
Yeah.
No, we really can.
Oh, that's real. All right, Sean.
really
well,
can.
I'm landing this plane. Again, thank you all for being here with us. Yes, y'all, for sure. I think that we had an amazing segment, amazing conversation, and y'all know what to do until next time. Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later. Podcast Effect.
Good night.
Effect, we out.